Giant spies and try to steal your mind's elation. Little girls from sweet dreams to screen quotation. And if you want these kind of dreams, it's Californication. It's the edge of the world in all of Western civilization. Sun may rise in the east, at least and settled in a fun location. Sun stood in Hollywood, says Californication.
Just take a look at me now.
So I forgot my iPod, and so I'll be singing one of my songs. Sing everything I do, play my guitar, I know. For you so noisy, I never stop fighting for what I love, and you're here to support me.
Running scared, you're woefully underprepared. Even on the high, forcing down the line.
I just knew too much. Ooh, does that make me crazy?
Born and raised by those praise, control of population. Say everybody's been there, and I don't mean on vacation.
Bad.
Why does my soul so bad?
Keeps me waiting, 'cause I'm a lonely boy. I'm a lonely boy. Oh.
guys so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. My name is Kit Watts. This is a lovely Aidan Bateman, Bob Dylan on keys. If you like what you hear, everything's original. We do have some CDs, so you can take us home with you. Unless you're a nice lady and you're like Aidan, he's single, you can take him home and he's free. He's pretty hungover, so you won't even have to wine and dine him, I don't think. He'll go willingly. This one's on one of the CDs. This one's called Bleed.
This is Bourke Street Mall, a collection of specialty shops, cafes and department stores. Adding to the mix of the thousands of visitors that come through here every day are the performances by the buskers that perform here on the streets of Melbourne. Busking in Melbourne is legal and permits are issued by Melbourne City Council. Basically anyone can apply for one and get one pretty easily. And that gives you a general busking permit, allows you to busk on the streets in and around the Melbourne CBD. However, to busk here, you have to have been busking for 6 months and you have to pass an audition process. But for those that make it and they get here, this can be an awesome stage for them to perform on, and it can allow them to hone their skills and promote themselves. And with the use of social media these days, some of them can be on the receiving end of millions of views. Busking also allows people who think they've got a bit of talent to get a no BS response from the public. And like I said, many of them can start here and then go international. Today I'm down at Bourke Street Mall and we're here at the coveted GPO location, which everyone seems to want. And I've got Tanya and Romy from River Sister, and you guys have been cracking it. You've done some good tunes this afternoon. It's been very, very nice.
Thank you.
You've only been together a couple of weeks professionally, and you've come from solo backgrounds. What sort of stuff have you done in the past?
Yeah, I used to play in a duo that was mainly like folk rock style stuff, very upbeat, and with a mate, and then he decided to go other ways. And then basically my best friend of many years we decided to finally combine our music together, and this is where River Sister came about.
Sounded great. And what sort of stuff have you done in the past?
I've released a EP, it's called Sonda. I've already written another EP as well, and yeah, I've just always been playing in different bands, setups, under my solo name Tanya George, and yeah, Remy and I just wanted to combine our power and our passion together and create River Sister. And, you know, he's like the flows, he's like the river, and I'm the sister, because we're like brother and sister. Yeah, it's been fun, I love it.
I like it. River Sister, yeah, it works. Oh, there's crazier names than that. It's a bit weird here down at Bourke Street Mall today. I mean, we've got quite a bit of action going on in the background. We've got ambulances and fire.
Yeah, we hope everything's okay.
Yeah, we do hope, but I love the fact that you guys just kept playing through. That's very professional.
We've been out here all day today, so it's starting to get a bit loopy, but it's all good. Just don't judge.
No more, yeah. No, 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 no more, yeah, yeah.
I don't know what that noise is. I feel like we're about to blow up.
Don't wanna talk about it.
You better last one.
See every single. Got a story to tell. Everyone knows about it. From the Queen of England to the hounds of hell. And if I catch it coming back my way, I'm gonna serve it to you.
You wanna hear, but that's what I'll do.
We're gonna have to finish saying the cuts.
Well, Helen, thanks for having a chat.
Thanks for having me.
That's all right. This is the first time I've seen you down at the GPO, which seems to be the spot everyone wants to get.
This is my first GPO spot. Yeah, I've never played there before.
Well, there you go. It's I've seen you at a couple of the smaller spots out the front of GPC, and I think I saw you might have been a Foot Locker at one point.
Yeah, that's
you
my
were-
usual haunt outside Foot Locker actually. So
Yeah, they're much smaller little spots, and it was great because I had Reece Trimman recently went round and we talked about the different spots and how they play differently, and he was able to give you a musician's point of view on this spot's not so good or this one's better.
Going and head up to the mountains, hit the slopes. It sounds very sad when it's good. I see you breathing in the cool fresh air, living my life without a care. Oh, this is winter.
Hello, my name is Reece Trimman. I'm a musician, lives in Melbourne. I've been playing music for around 13 years now, busking. Also some gigs and festivals and things. Anyways, Trev's asked me to come along today and explain the mall and the way it's set out and a few of the different spots and ins and outs of the area. Actually today's a cold winter's morning, so it takes a little bit longer for the buskers to get out on a winter's day, so there's not much atmosphere in here at the moment. But there is one or two buskers starting to roll up and set up. So we're at the top of the mall at the moment, and this is probably one of the smaller spots of the mall. We call it the Body Shop because it's next to the Body Shop store here behind us. There's actually two spots here, but only one can be used at a time. So each Wednesday morning we have a draw, and that's how the buskers get their spots for the week. So if you're drawn for the Body Shop, you can either set up here in this very small area, which is a pretty new area I believe, because there's also a spot down there at the other end at the two chairs. The spot's not for everybody, so it seems.
Now is much too late for me to take a second look. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Won't you please send me back your heart? Oh, darling, I was blind.
My name is Joni Shula. I'm a half Filipino, half Belgian singer-songwriter and performer from Belgium. Currently in Melbourne. How you going, mate? I'm practicing my Australian accent. How are you?
Wait for the tram to go past. Cool. So Joni, you're travelling. You're part of the international fraternity that travelled over here. What's the attraction of Bourke Street Mall in terms of busking?
It appears to be the best street where people go shopping and most foot traffic, and it's a wide street.
Yep.
And there's also buskers here, but they're only the best ones.
Yep. That's interesting, and the little meeting they have every Wednesday to organise who goes where. This is actually the least popular spot, but you seem to like it a bit. Does it work for you because you've got less amplification than the other guys?
Well, it's literally the smallest spot in the whole street.
Yep.
And yeah, for me, I don't need much space. And no one has ever taken spots, so I'll just take it if no one else does it.
Yep.
But I would like to try other spots, but of course they're more popular.
Yep.
I need to upgrade my whole setup though, because I can't compete with this little amp with all the others.
Yeah. There's some people putting out some much bigger sound. It's interesting. You've travelled around. You're telling me you've just come back from San Francisco. Were you busking over there?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, that must have been interesting.
Yes, very. I didn't bring my amp. I usually play unplugged actually.
Yeah.
I played unplugged there in a station underground.
Oh, okay.
I do well there, but I get the same amount of people giving me money. They give me the same amount of money, but the value is a lot less because they don't give out $2.
Yeah.
It's all $1, $1. $5 is a bit too much to give to someone already.
Yep.
So I make less money, but I think if I would like upgrade and go up overground, but there's buskers there with massive amplifiers again and with drums, and like I'm not gonna even try to compete with that plugged.
Yeah.
It was fun though. It was a fun experience.
Take a fast train, lonely days are gone, baby, I'm coming home.
I'm a singer and a producer. I play a lot of disco funk, soul, R&B.
So today I'm down in Bourke Street Mall and I've got Emmy. Nice to chat. Yeah, we'll just let the tram go past. How Melbourne's that?
Yeah, 100%.
We're down in Bourke Street Mall, and I must say it's a cracking day for it. It's a beautiful day, and we've got some tunes going on in the background from Sky Violin. You're one of the buskers here in Melbourne. How long have you been doing that?
Actually, busking is a new thing for me. I've grown up performing in all different ways. I'm a singer, dancer, producer, so I've grown up on stage basically. So busking on the street is quite a new thing to me, and I think it's actually a way harder gig than anything else. Like something else that's like at a theatre or a sporting event or a bar or a pub, a club even, people are there to see you, whereas when you're on your street, you're
interrupting their day.
Well, yeah, you're sort of like, I'm here sort of to make people's day. I've had so much beautiful feedback from people in the last couple of days. Yeah, because I just think like getting out, making the city more colourful and more alive. Who wants to just see like, I don't know, shops and businesses when you can see art on the street?
Well, that's the interesting thing, because Melbourne City Council at the moment are tweaking their policies about the busking, and I was at one of the meetings and one of the guys there talked about other cities that don't have busking and how they're just boring as, like today, we've got Sky Violin, we've got Ben Whiting out the back, will fire up soon. There's all sorts of things going on, and we're going to have a look at some of your stuff later on. We'll go find a spot. You don't actually busk in Bourke Street yet. You're in and around. You've got the general busking permit. Yeah.
Yeah, because as I said, it's a new thing for me, busking.
Yep.
I did a little bit last year, and I was doing the acoustic thing, and I'm like, you know what? That's not me. I'm a loud disco funk girl, so I just got to do my thing. So now I've retweaked what I'm doing, my sets and everything, and I'm doing sort of more 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s. That's sort of like either
Nothing wrong with that.
ballads.
Great music from the 80s and 90s.
Or like something you can boogie to. You don't really hear many things you can dance to, so I was like, okay, that's like something different. But I would like to audition for Bourke Street Mall. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, and you don't find the audition process daunting?
No.
Hope they make the right decision.
Yeah, if I can perform out here and on a stage, I'm used to it. I'm used to it, yeah.
Well, a day like today, it'd be absolutely cracking. Well, what we're going to do is
Oh, shucks. Alright, let's do this. Ready, guys? I'll tell you. My life is a paradox, but I love it a lot. Out of the square and into the box. Why not? I'm trying not. 'Cause when the walls
Alright, so here we are at the GPC spot. This is quite a bigger spot for the band and for the audience as well. We actually, at each spot, we have boundaries set out by the council that we have to play inside. There's these little markers here. All the way up to here. So as you can see, it's quite a big spot. This spot is called GPC because General Pants Co. is behind us. It used to be called Jetty Surf for many years until the Jetty Surf shop closed down. It took a while to change the name though. Not everybody wanted to change it, but when the new buskers were coming in and we were doing the draw on a Wednesday morning, no one knew that was new would know where Jetty Surf was. So it's only recently changed to GPC.
Thank you for listening to my music. My name is George Kamika. I'm coming from Japan. I'm gonna play a few more songs, so if you have time, please have a listen to my music. Our next song I'm gonna play, it's called Sweet Home Chicago Blues. Yeah, I have a CD as well. If you want, come and have a look. CD is $20. Basically today's music, blues music, country blues music, a lot of slide guitar, harmonica, including front one on the table, sliding. There's my main CD. Another one, I have 4 different albums. If you want, come on, have a look. Yeah, my music's kind of a one-man band blues music. I play guitar, harmonica, singing, and also drums. Yeah, I play different instruments every time by myself. you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go back to the same old place, sweet home Chicago?
Can take you there all the way. All the way. All the way. The way. So I say hillside, acres of green. I feel the water carry me upstream.
Why am I wearing this kind of clothing?
That is exactly it. Gareth, thanks very much for having the chat. When you get your phone sorted.
Thank you.
Cheers, man. So, I mean, I love your work. How long have you been busking this sort of thing?
6.5 years on and off, I would say. Yeah, took a break for a bit, went backpacking, worked some actual jobs, and then yeah, back to busking now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. One of the interesting things is I was just talking to Helen across the road with is it's good to see a bit of variety in the music. Like it's not just all electric guitar, it's not just the bands. It's your particular, style of music and things like that. I think that's great. A bit of diversity is excellent.
Yeah, I like that about Melbourne. Melbourne's quite a diverse city as well in like every regard, I guess. Yeah, especially with the music and the art itself. Yeah, definitely.
Now you've just completed. You'll have to remind me. You've just done a diploma or a bachelor or something.
Yeah, it was a Bachelor of Composition and Production.
And where do you hope that will take you?
Scoring various works. Like I've scored a few short films last month. This month I'm scoring a contemporary dance performance as well. So yeah, just making as much music as possible, really.
Yeah.
Working with as many people as possible.
It must be nice when you can get together with a group of other artists and work collaboratively on a project.
Yeah, it's always fun because you learn from those people as well. You find styles that you wouldn't normally be comfortable with, and you kind of through osmosis you learn through those other musicians as well. Yeah, it's really great.
At the moment, Melbourne City Council is looking at they're tweaking the policies and rules regarding busking.
Yeah.
How do you see that process as a positive or?
Yeah, well, it's all in favour of the busking really. It's so the council and the buskers can work harmoniously together. So there's no real plan with it. Some of the policies are changing, but there's nothing detrimental that's going to happen.
Yeah, still going to allow you to be here. And
if anything, there'll be more spots for buskers to be working at. It's just the council working closer with the buskers. I think it's good. It's definitely one of the best cities I've busked in. No complaints.
That is. Have you been to other cities where they don't have busking?
Not really. I've done most of Australian cities. They tend to have busking there. New Zealand as well. But the only place I really wanted to busk have been Australia and New Zealand the past couple of years. Didn't really start when I was in the United Kingdom, but I know Britain's got quite a big busking scene as well. Yeah.
Nice. Well, today is grand final day, and I would imagine a slightly bit of a tough crowd.
Different crowd today.
Different crowd, yeah. Lots of yellow and black, and black, red, and yellow.
Yeah, it's actually quite quiet as well. You can notice for like 12 o'clock on a Saturday. There's hardly anyone in the city.
It is. Well, I suggest that the epicentre of population is going to be a few kilometres that direction at the big round stadium there with the big lights on it. So, look, hopefully the weather's going to hold out. The weather recently has been horrible. That must really knock you around.
it does affect you quite a lot. It seems to get worse every year. I know it doesn't extend, it's just I think your mental aptitude for dealing with the weather is a bit weaker every single year it comes around. But I'm glad it's getting warmer now.
I find as I get older, I can't handle the cold as much. That's insane because I used to I've done snow camping and things like that. No, look, it's great. And what I love about Bourke Street Mall is that every day you come down here, there's different sounds going on, there's different musicians, applying their trade and honing their skills. And I see it as an absolute positive. So look, thanks very much for that. Thanks. Cheers, mate. Cheers.
All right, so this is a spot that's totally different from all the others. I'm not sure if it has a name. I guess it's just called the Zara spot. The mall's not just about musicians, it's also about, well, this is a silent spot, so this is for statues, magicians, any act that doesn't make any noise or require any amplification. So those acts can be here all day and they don't have to do the half hour on, half hour off thing because they're not really upsetting anyone with noise. So this is the spot for the silent acts, and that's about as much as I know about it because I'm a musician.
I thought it was worth mentioning a little about noise levels and the way they're detected. Currently, Melbourne City Council use L10 format, which basically means that the sound levels can exceed the limit for about 10% of the time. L50 would mean that the levels exceeded the limit 50% of the time, which would be a lot. The new LAEQ format uses high quality equipment to capture the noise levels at around 60 times per second and then provide an average over a selected time period, say a minute. The A in the LAEQ simply means it's adjusted for human hearing. These are the current levels for both the general and more specifically Bourke Street Mall area, and the new proposed limits are slightly different, but they're also applying a slightly different detection method. Well, this got me thinking. I wonder how much noise is actually in the street before the buskers turn up. The place is pretty quiet. We've got the trams rattling past, we've got vehicles in the street, we've actually got a police car about to drive in. And it's also interesting, I think it's worth mentioning the fact that some months ago we had the tragic events where the guy drove down and killed 6 people in the street, and that changed the dynamic of the place. They put big bollards up at the end of the street. I find it interesting that up at the Swanston end of the street where I am, they've become very political. We've got protests about the Adani mine, we've got same-sex marriage rights being promoted. At the other end it seems to have gone a little bit arty, so we had some trams, things painted on the side of them at one point. There's been all sorts of, these things have really taken on a life of their own, so it's interesting. We've got these also down at Southern Cross, they're also down at Fed Square, there's a few other places around the city that they're at, but it's certainly changed things here. But I must say, in terms of how it's affected what I've been able to do, I find it great to put the camera on them, so there you go. Anyway, like I said, it's now coming up to about 20 past 9. The place is pretty quiet, there's a bit of noise going on, but it's certainly lacking the atmosphere that the buskers bring to the place, and I think this shows quite dramatically how they improve the atmosphere and they add vibrancy to the place.
There's something. Well, this spot's called DJ's, after the David Jones store. That's this side and that side, both sides of the street, but this is the DJ's side over here. It's a really, really big spot. More suited to probably bands, just because of the space and bands like to play here. It actually goes from all the way where I am here, all the way to the back of that blue tarp, which is out because there's a chance of rain, and a busker's on his 30-minute break now, so he's just covering his gear in case. Council originally put some markers in here for us to play, but after we discussed with the council that it was actually not a great spot to have the markers because it was too close to DJ's door. Sometimes the sound could go in there, and maybe they didn't like that. Maybe they couldn't hear their customers or something because it worked as a bit of a trap. Because before the markers, most of the buskers would set up back there away from that door there, and just in front of that one, so we were in the perfect spot to not upset anybody. And yeah, the council listened to us, and they did put some borders in further back now. So now the majority of the buskers set up right up the area where that busker is, because which way do you have to play? Yeah, so that's the furthest away from that door, so you don't upset anybody. And yeah, we have to play up the street. Everybody has to, just so that we don't interfere with each other. Because as I might have said earlier, this is the DJ spot. He plays at the same time as GPO down the other end of the street. But GPO plays towards the building. This one plays up the street, and so does Body Shop up there, plays up the street. So if Body Shop was playing back this way, then these two would clash. Although having said that, if this person's too loud, they will affect the person at Body Shop. So this person has to be careful as well. And then GPC is just over there in the middle of the two spots, but GPC doesn't play when this spot plays at Body Shop. So those two spots rotate with GPC. And Foot Locker actually down there. So Foot Locker and GPC play, and then they have a break, and then DJs and Body Shop, GPO play at the same time. Rotating that way. It sounds confusing. It's not that confusing. Yeah. But this is probably is one of the most popular spots in the mall, depending on the act, of course.
Go and tell me why you wanna go.
So is it filming? Yeah. Cool. So, so this is my pedal board. It's relatively crowded. So on the right here, I've got my tuner. It's a poly tune. So actually, what you do, I can strike all the strings at once, and I get the tuning level of all my strings at once. So it's a pretty cool tuner. And then, when I have one that's a bit flat on the red, for example, like this one, I can just tune it up. Then tuner, in terms of tone, we have just four pedals. So this is an EQ. This is the most actually indispensable pedal on my rig. This is a body res, and this thing is amazing. So check this out. So this is the sound without it. This is the sound with it. Pretty important in terms of tone, so it really fattens it. Then it goes to compressor, and this, then I go to effects. I've got a, so this is just to add bass and some cool sound. Next, so I use that for Stoker. Then I've got a little delay here, makes some delay sounds. Pretty basic. And and then I guess the piece of resistance in my pedal board is definitely my wah. The wah goes in the middle of all that after the EQs and all. And I love it. Honestly, this thing is just crazy. You can there's 6 different settings on it, and I like it kind of controls the scoopness of it, and so I use it on the second setting. It's pretty handy, and and basically a bit of reverb and my boost. This thing saves my life, because when I have to play with Nadav, like when I do a solo, I want to be louder than the rhythm, so I just turn that on, and it kind of makes me louder. But when I play a rhythm, because we switch, I just hit it, and it's kind of broken. This is David. I just hit it a few times, and it eventually will turn off. And I'm quieter. So, and Nadav pretty much has a similar kind of setting. So let us know how you do it.
Well, this is different. So yeah, basically I have a very simplified version of what Alex is over there. I do have the addition of the stomp, so rather than carrying around a big bass drum with us, I just hit this wooden box and it goes. So it makes life very handy rather than having like a big 20-inch drum to carry around. We've got that body res as well to make our guitar just sound awesome. We've got some EQ and again a boost so I can be just a little louder, so when we're playing solos. I also have some compression, so that just kind of evens out our tone so we're not breaking our fingers while playing, and just a bit of bass as well. And then lastly, I just got a DI stuck to the board because a lot of places don't have DIs. It just makes life easier. That's basically it. So should we play some music? Awesome. Like how you guys stuck around for that.
So all the guitar nerds out there wanting to know about the pedal boards.
Well, this spot's called, we pretty much call it FL, but it's Foot Locker, because the new store behind us here called Foot Locker. It used to be called Forever New, and just like the GPC spot down there, after a while the new people didn't know what Forever New were, so we changed it to Foot Locker or FL. It's a bit smaller than GPC but bigger than Body Shop. Coming in a popular spot, I don't know why, maybe just because of the new store. There's a few people hanging around here lately. Also, other good. I do play here. It's probably my second favourite spot. I don't know.
I would like to try other spots, but of course they're more popular. I need to upgrade my whole setup though.
Ever so near, there's a time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still
worth. Met her in a Kingstown bar. We fell in love, I knew it had to be. We took what we had.
So yeah, my name's Davey. This is what I do for a living. I play music on streets and in bars and at weddings sometimes. This next song is a song you'll probably know. It's a little bit different. I hope you like it.
Gonna fight them off. 7 Nation Army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, yeah, yeah. Taking their time right behind my back.
Oh. There you go. Yeah. So, welcome to Fridays. It's your Friday executive coming at you, keeping it funky on Fridays. We're gonna send this out to all the party people getting ready for the weekend to let them know it's party time. If you ain't got your groove on, stick around here because we about to get you into the zone. Weekend party starts right now. Welcome to Funky Fridays, Bollywood style. Van, when you ready? Hit me! Woo! Yeah, come on, let's go, let's go. Yeah. Welcome to station WYLIE-WOOD. Coming at you live on a Friday night. This is how we party in Melbourne, yo. Get it on. Woo! Can't stop the hits, y'all. Just handle it, y'all. Got music and we making this big you took and can't stop faking. Yep. Come on, do it. Yeah. Big shout out to Sam. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to work on your documentary. Talking about can't stop the groove, y'all. That's right, we making you move. Can't stop us, no, can't stop us. You know it feels good.
Alright, so this spot is called GPO, or General Post Office, but it's taken over by H&M now, one of the very popular stores in the city and in the mall. This is quite a big spot. It starts back here and it goes all the way back to here. Across here. It's a very good spot for bands and bigger setups.
Sounds good. No, that sounds all good. All right, so we're going to play. This is a song we've been playing since day one. It's a cover. It's called Blood Bank, originally by Bonnie Bear. Bonnie Bear fans? Yeah? New album, you like it? It's pretty weird. Oh, I've come to really like it. Yeah, it's weird. All right, here it is.
Well, I met you at the blood bank. We were looking at the bag, wondering if any of the colors matched any of the names we were on the tags. You said, see, that's us. Stacked on top with your brothers. See how they return. Singing, we come so far together. Let's raise the bar and press to the sun. She's up on that to the sun. I'm up on that to the sun. We're up on that for fun. I'm up on that to get lucky. We're up on that to the sun. We're up on that to get sun. We're up on that for fun. I'm up on that to get lucky.
I'm addicted to you. Hooked on your love like a powerful drug. I can't get enough of. Lost in your eyes, surrounded in blue. I'm out of control. What can I do? I'm addicted to you.
There's a shovel in my yard, soil on my boot, trail on the trouble. She said, let me straight to you. Bye-bye, da-da-da. Bye-bye, da-da-da. There is poison in my blood, in the family tree, running through the generations from my father to me. Bye-bye, da-da. Bye-bye, da-da. I've got dirty hair.
Very good spot for bands and bigger setups. It's probably one of the more popular spots in the mall, maybe the most popular, depending on the act, of course. It gets quite cold in winter here, which can be bad for the performer. The wind really howls in here, makes it quite cold. Also, one of the good things about this spot is the staircase behind us that lots of people sit on and watch the act. An act like myself, I like this spot because I like to do a mini gig. People tend to sit there for half an hour or an hour or maybe sometimes even 2 hours whilst they might be waiting for someone to shop, or they're having lunch, or just relaxing. So in a way, as a busker, you can kind of do a little bit of a mini gig and take the listener on a bit of a journey, whereas some of the other spots are more suited to acts that maybe are better at stopping traffic and building a crowd that way. This way you can sort of play more of a gig or a set to a crowd that's sitting and listening. But again, in winter, sometimes it's too cold for people.
Thank you for your exaggerated enthusiasm. That really makes the street show work. All right, no worries. Pleasure. Have a good one. All right, we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna make some beats together. We're gonna sing some songs. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna play you a song. That guy who just walked away is actually a bass player in the band, so we're gonna play one of the band songs. This one's called Cosmic Nihilistic. It's about being a space cadet and not really giving a shit. Oh, sorry, kid. Also, give me a high five. Yeah. Very cute. Sometimes I've got to tell parents like to go work on their high fives with their kids. Like, you nailed it, man. You got it right in the middle. You need a little bit more power, but hey, like, it's pretty good. You'll get there, I reckon. I've seen kids just come up and whack me in the knee, and I'm like, come on, buddy, and then trip over my stuff. I'm like, get a new kid, or train it better. I bet you're good at high fives, so I can tell that. It's not really one of my songs without a big ridiculous effects, so let's go. Cosmic nihilistic, nothing much real to me. Yeah, it's a pretty futile existence, but it tastes alright to me. I say, too high drifts away. The past escapes, and now we're floating in this moment. And the moment just drifts away, 'cause I'm a cosmic listener.
Because I had Reece Trimman recently went round and we talked about the different spots and how they play differently, and he was able to give you a musician's point of view on this spot's not so good or this one's better. And he likes this spot because, you know, it's a nice big area and you've got the bit of an amphitheatre going on where people can sit on the steps. just watched your first set. I think it's your first or maybe your second set, but it was really interesting. It's quite. I mean, it's great when you see different types of musicians playing in these spots. It can be seen as the realm of the big bands, but it's more than that. How do you think your music went down with the audience today?
I think it went down quite well, actually. I think the people who were sitting here and had the time, so the music takes a little while to develop.
Yep.
So it's not an instant hit of entertainment, I guess.
Yep.
But I think the people who did have the time to sit and listen really enjoyed it. They seem to respond well.
Well, that's what you want. You've told me once before that you've also done stuff over in London and places like that. So it's not just about busking in Bourke Street Mall. You do a little bit more than that.
No, yeah. So I'm from the UK, and when I was in London, I did used to last week on a garden there. So it's a similar scheme where they have a variety of groups, and it's all scheduled and timetabled. It's mainly string groups, but it's really fun. You play, everything is from memory. You dance around. You get engaged with the people that are watching.
There is no dancing today.
No, well, I'm trying to do a lot of stuff with the looping, you know, there's a lot on my mind. So that was really good fun. And it was nice to have had that experience, then come over here.
How competitive is the busking scene in Melbourne? Is it a little bit of competitiveness, or is it pretty laid back?
I think it's how you see it.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of people busking.
Yep.
But it's busking.
Yeah.
You don't own the street.
No.
You know, so if you see it as competitive, you're probably just going to get frustrated.
Yeah,
Whereas if you see yourself as part of, you know, this really exciting environment, and you just find your little niche, you find where you fit, and you hope for the best.
Well, I've recently been up to the meeting you have on a Wednesday where you organise who's going to play in what spot. And I must say, that is one of the most organised things I've ever seen. I mean, I think it's great. It's pretty cool. Sit there, write your name on the cards, work out who's there, turn them over one by one. Okay, what spot do you want? Very controlled, but not in a good way, like very laid back. I've been very impressed with it.
It's really simple, but it works.
It is very simple. Very simple. Melbourne City Council are currently reviewing their busking laws. There's been all sorts of tricky stuff come out from the emails recently. How do you see that going? Do you think it's going in the right direction, or?
It's difficult to tell before the changes happen.
Yeah.
You know, whenever there's this idea of change, you know, I feel like there's always that. You know, don't rock the boat, don't change. But you know, the city is growing, it's getting busier. You know, things need to change and develop. So I'm trying to keep an open mind. The council are being really great with communication. They're really listening.
I went to one of their meetings.
Yeah, nothing is set in stone. And I think, you know, if we all keep communication lines open, you know, hopefully it will end up benefiting everyone. But it's just, you have to wait and see. Who knows? Who knows what the changes will bring? Who knows what the changes will end up being?
So I see hillside, acres of green. I feel the water carry me upstream. I feel thirsty. I think I'll dive in. So why don't you join me to break the water's skin? When I don't know where I'm going, but I take you there. Where the earth is always. I got a love that keeps me waiting. I got
coming home.
Move on somehow, it was still young.
Oh, shucks. Alright, let's do this.
Self-nation on me couldn't hold me back.
Stick around here because we about to get you into the zone. Weekend party starts right now. Welcome to Funky Fridays.
Where I met you, the blood band.
What can I do?
But
My name is Kid Watts. This is a lovely Aidan Bateman, Bob Dylan on keys.
do I exist or is it